Hello there, and thanks so much for joining me for another tutorial. I'm Erin Eno, and today it's all about leaf practice. I wanted to do some practicing, and I thought I may as well make a nice pretty wreath out of it. So that's what I did, and that's what we're going to do today. If you do like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's jump in and get painting. Today I'm using my Baohong Academy cold press watercolor paper. It's 140 pound, 100% cotton. I'm using my Royal Talens Van Gogh watercolors. I have a jar of water and a paper towel. I'm using two brushes today. I'm using my Princeton Neptune, one in a size 8 and one in a size 4, both round. And you will also need a pencil and an eraser and a ruler and some markers if you want to do the lettering in the middle like I'm going to do. So I'm just going to use my tape for my circle. And I want to use the inside because I don't want a big circle, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the leaves. There's a hair there too. I'm actually going to do the leaves just coming out from the circle, not like around and on the circle, which is why I want it a little smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to actually put my type in now, just to, make sure that I really do want to put type in here. That was silly. Now I can't see whether it's straight. That's not bad. And I'm just going to have it say, hopefully I can center this. I'm not doing calligraphy, I'm just doing script. Spring. That's not centered at all. Let's try this again. Move it over. Is. Okay, so I'm just going to start with some sap green first. It's just a pretty basic, simple, plain green. I'm also going to get some yellow next to it, just so I have that ready to go, and some ultramarine deep. And I think that's all I'm going to be using today. So I'll start with the just sap green. Just going to clean off my brush, tap it off on my paper towel, go into that sap green. Okay, and we're just going to start with just a simple stem. And I'm just going to just do a little curved stem coming off that circle. Okay, and I'm just going to do a simple leaf, light pressure, heavy pressure, light pressure, just like that. Okay, and we'll do another one here. And here. Just like that. This one's not going to dry evenly. I'm just going to spread that out just a little bit. And another one here. Okay, so these are just simple one-stroke leaves. Just like that. Okay, and just make them a little wavy, just so they have some kind of life and movement to them. Just stick another one there, maybe one in here. And I like to do things in threes. Like I'm not going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be too kind of contrived. So I like to keep things to odd numbers. So I'll do another one here. Maybe curving this way, like so. Okay, these are the simplest leaves of all. And just do some kind of peeking out from the circle, just like that. Maybe another rough one in there, just to kind of fill it up a bit. And I'll do one more over here. Maybe have this curve this way. Like so. Okay. So that's pretty simple. And one there. Just like that. Then I'm going to rinse off my brush. And I think now I'm going to switch to my smaller brush. So I've got my size 4. And I'm going to add some ultramarine to that to make it a deeper green. So it's quite dark. And I'm just going to do like a squiggly line, just like that. Actually, that's not quite dark enough. Make it a little darker. And I'm just going to do little taps. Okay, just like that. We do one coming off of that as well. And we'll do 2 more of those as well, just to balance things out. So I'm just literally just pushing my brush down on the paper. Okay, that wasn't the best one, but it'll do. And I'll do another one of those over here. Get rid of that. Okay, again, just literally tapping my brush. Sorry, I hope my hand is not in the way there. And I think I'll do one coming this way. Like that. Now I want to do some kind of long kind of tropical leaf, so I'm going to make the green a little more yellow now. And I think I'll stick to this size brush for this. And I'm just going to do one coming out of, actually I'm going to turn this, make it actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to turn it. And I'll bring this one out here. That's not quite as yellow as I was hoping. There we go. And I'm just going to do long, skinny leaves like that. Okay, so it's still the light pressure, light pressure, but when you do the heavy pressure, it's not that heavy. And you can add some waviness to these leaves just to make them kind of interesting. I'll do another one up here. Like so. This one can kind of go right over top of that one. Maybe wiggle that one a little bit more. Like that. I'm trying to think if I should do a third one of those. Nah. So now I'm going to go and make a even bluer green, but I'm going to water it down a little bit because it's quite dark, but I don't want it that dark in value. And I'm just going to do some circles. That's not a very round circle. Let's try this one again. There we go. So we're just doing little berries, but they're green berries. And you can go right to that pencil line where you drew your circle. I just stuck my hand in that other leaf that wasn't quite dry. So these are good fillers, so we can put these anywhere. And then we'll go in and put some stems on these guys as well. Put some berries here. That's not quite dark enough. I like the berries because they're easy to kind of tuck behind the leaves. If they were really dark, we could go right on top, but I'm not doing them all that dark. I'm going to do the stems for them fairly dark. And I think we can stand to have maybe some berries poking through here too. Just like that. So now I'm going to go in and get a really dark mixture of the green. I'm just going to tap it off on my paper towel because I don't want it to flood. And just with the very tip, we're just going to draw little stems to these berries. Just like that. Whoop. I'm having a hard time with this section. Like so, and this guy over here, and this one over here. Like that. I'm trying to think if I want anything else in there. I think what I do want to do is just add a little bit of depth to some of these, whoops, to some of these little leaves. So I'm just going to pop in that dark color that I just used for the stem. and just heavy up just a few of these, not all of them, just to give them some depth and some contrast. Okay, so I'm just picking a few, not doing them all. Might be a little darker towards the base of it where the circle is. Maybe put in a few extra leaves even there, just to kind of fill up the circle. Maybe we'll even put a few in here. Like that, just to fill things up a bit. And then also what I think I might do now that we've got that dark green, is I may just heavy up the stem from these original leaves. And I'm just kind of skipping over it. I'm not doing like every bit of that stem. This one might be a little dark. I'm just going to tap some of it up. And I think maybe I'll just even stick in a couple more leaves. Just here. Just to fill things up a little bit. There's no rules, so you can do whatever you want. Maybe put one there. Maybe even another one here. Maybe we'll bring out some more dark guys up here. Extend this out a little bit, just a little bit. Now I just want to make these guys pop a little bit, so I'm just going to take that darker green, just a fairly light wash of it, and just go over some of these guys. Just so they have a little more presence. There you go. That just kind of makes them pop a little more. And I think that's it. So I'm just going to dry these with my heat tool so I can get at this and get that type in there. Okay, I have a dark green and I have this kind of lime green, and I want this to be kind of springy. So my dark green is a little too blue, so I'm going to use this lighter green. And I know my word spring is a little too far to the left, so I'm going to move it over when I do the marker here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I'm just going to erase the pencil lines now, and then we're done. So there you go. There is our simple leaf wreath. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that you found it helpful. And if you do give this a try, please share on Instagram and tag me so I can have a look. That's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me and supporting my channel, and I will see you next time.